Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Markus Olind Loves Capitalism. I'm back. All right, I am back in the studio, living like a boss, man. Back from the South. I'm back in Michigan now. I was just in the South for 2 weeks, man. Let me tell you one thing. They're not fucking around down there. They do not give a shit about coronavirus down south, okay? They do not. It's like once you cross the Mason-Dixon line, nobody wears a mask. Now, I don't even know where the Mason-Dixon line is, but like there's a certain line in America where once you cross it, nobody gives a fuck, okay? It's a beautiful line, man, but I'm back. I went, I saw, I conquered. I had a great time in Oklahoma and in Texas, and now I'm back in Michigan. First show I did back in Michigan, I ate a bag of dicks, but what are you going to do? I'm back, baby. I had a great time down there. Shout out, like I said, George Red Speaks. Shout out Aaron White. Shout out everybody down there. I appreciate you guys fucking with me, man. I did the legendary Gushers Lounge in Ardmore, Oklahoma on Tuesday. And that was a fucking cool bar, dude. They had a picture of Nancy Pelosi taped to the inside of the urinal. And one of the other urinals, they had Chuck Schumer. So you could literally piss on Nancy Pelosi. And I pissed on Nancy Pelosi. I'll be honest. I did. A couple times. I used the bathroom probably more than I even needed to at that show. Just because I thought it was funny to piss on fucking Nancy Pelosi in Chuck Schumer's face. Now, Chuck Schumer, the sticker for Chuck Schumer was a little bit higher up. And I just didn't have the pee strength to get up to Chuck. Okay, I don't know. I only had House of Representatives level pee. I didn't have Senate level pee, okay? And then the middle urinal had this woman, apparently her name, I guess, is Carol Bassett. Carol Bassett. I didn't know who that was. So they got pissed at me for not knowing that, because apparently it's the lady from Tiger King. And I've never seen Tiger King. And apparently the dude, Joe Exotic, is from nearby Ardmore, Oklahoma. So they all fucking knew this guy. But they don't like the lady, apparently. Carol Baskin, that's her name. Carol Baskin. She is, where does this say? She's not the porn star of the podcast, but she is, I'm just going to look at her real quick, dude. So she was a big cat rights activist. She was featured in Tiger King, Oklahoma-based private zoo operator Joe Exotic. So apparently, like, he's from this town called Wynnewood, which this lady, dude, one of the wife of the owner of the bar, shout out Kyle, by the way. Fucking, if you're ever in Ardmore, Oklahoma, go to the Gushers Lounge. That place is fucking sweet, okay? Shout out to Kyle, the owner there. And I was talking to his wife, and she was like, you got to go to Wynnewood, because that's where Tiger King's from, Wynnewood, Oklahoma. I was like, what the fuck is Wynnewood? And on the drive back from Ardmore, we drove past it. I'm like, dude, that's the home of Joe Exotic, bro. That's fucking nuts, dude. Okay. Joe Exotic ran for president of the United States in 2016, and he ran for governor of Oklahoma in 2018. That's fucking insane. The guy ran for governor of Oklahoma. I didn't even know that, dude. But yeah, man, Wynnewood, Oklahoma is where he was the former owner and operator of Greater Wynnewood Exotic Animal Park, GW Zoo, which I guess was the zoo from fucking Tiger King, dude. So yeah, I went to the home of Tiger King and didn't know who Tiger King was, and they were fucking pissed at me, dude. But I got him back. They loved me, actually, in Ardmore. They fucking loved me, dude. I'm not gonna lie. They were fucking down with it. I was getting weird, but they were cool, man. And yeah, dude, the bathrooms, man. Apparently the ladies' bathroom had it too. Because I was up there talking about, hey, I just pissed on Nancy Pelosi, and the women were like, yeah, we have it in our bathroom too. I'm like, that's fucking sweet, dude. That's so cool. That's the most Oklahoma shit, by the way. It's like, dude, I'm going to open a bar and I'm going to put Nancy Pelosi's face on the urinal. That's so fucking hype, dude. Oh, man, it was great, dude. It was just cool, man. I don't know. It's more fun to perform for Republicans, I think. I perform for everybody, but Republicans have this certain level of not giving a fuck that you can sense at a comedy show, in a comedy setting. And it's kind of beautiful. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of beautiful. But dude, yeah, man, I just got back. I drove 20 hours back from Oklahoma City to Michigan, to Metro Detroit. And I stopped for 3 hours and slept at a Love's truck stop in Southern Illinois. And you don't realize how fucking huge this country is until you start driving around and you're like, God damn it, why is it so fucking big? It's massive. Okay, I didn't even drive that far and it took 20 hours to do it. I drove from middle of the country to middle of the country, different parts. Okay, Oklahoma to Michigan. That's a crazy long drive, but I did it, man. I made it happen. I was just on the road, just chilling, man. Just cruising, dude. Nighttime cruising. I was going through St. Louis. Had some Nelly bumping when I went through St. Louis. I also had this song by Ice Cube. I think I mentioned it a couple episodes ago. My Summer Vacation. Badass song, dude. Badass song by Ice Cube. Had that bumping the whole fucking time in Missouri, basically. And yeah, man, that whole song is basically about Ice Cube going to Missouri, going to St. Louis, Missouri, so he can sell crack because too many people are selling crack in Los Angeles in 1991. So he's like, so he went to St. Louis because the market wasn't saturated there. That song is about business. Like, that's the thing people don't realize. When you listen to old school hip hop, a lot of these guys are teaching you more information about business than you would get in like an MBA program. Like, you got the 10 crack commandments, you got Ice Cube talking in My Summer Vacation. There's so many different songs where they talk about hustling. Okay, so much early 90s hip hop is just about hustling, slinging dope, making a profit, and making sure you can make that money, dude. Tupac talked about it. Nas talked about it, dude. Everybody talked about, hey, man, you got to find a way to game the system. Okay, it just happened to be drugs were a great way to do it, which is unfortunate for a lot of people because they got addicted to drugs. And you did meet some people. I met some people in Oklahoma who they're like, yeah, I totally have done meth. And I'm like, whoa, I met a meth head, dude. It's so crazy. And there's no way that was the first time I met a meth head. But it's the first time someone was open about it. I'm like, dude, you've done meth? And he's like, yeah, I did fucking meth. I'm like, damn, dude. It's fucking wild, bro. This is wild. It was wild out there, man. And, and during that time too, since the last episode, it was actually as I was making the last episode, as I finished it up, I saw the news that Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away. The late Ruth Gator. Ruth Gator Ginsburg, dude. Binsburg. Ruth Gator Binsburg, dude. Ruth Gator Binsburg sounds like a fucking South Florida justice who's like, she's very conservative. She's a strict interpreter of the U.S. Constitution and the Florida Constitution, and she's very right-wing, okay, and she is stern on the young men. Now, why are you coming in my courtroom talking all that nonsense, huh? I'm Ruth Gator Binsburg. They call me the Gator. Ruth Gator Binsburg is hilarious to me. But no, in all seriousness, I can't fucking talk. In all seriousness, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, not the Gator. Not the Gator. Hey, that's why they called it Gatorade, because it was invented by Ruth Gator Binsburg. But the notorious RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, passed away. And it's been hilarious. It's not hilarious. Man. It's out of context. That's going to look bad. It wasn't hilarious. The reactions have been hilarious. Because Republicans are basically like, yeah, it's a tragedy. She was a great woman, but we're totally going to replace her as fast as we can. And Democrats were like, if you dare even nominate someone, we will start a fucking civil war. And it's funny because you go back to 2016 and Obama actually nominated a justice to replace Anthony Scalia, I believe was the guy's name who died, the justice who died. And Barack Obama appointed, so he died in, I believe, February 13th. This is actually my mom's birthday. February 13th, he died. And I believe March 16th, Barack Obama nominated somebody. Death and funeral. Where do they have it here? Barack Obama. Who did he appoint? It's going to take too long to find. He appointed some guy who didn't end up getting, who didn't get approved. Because I believe at that time the Senate was Republican, so they weren't going to vote for this. They wanted to wait until they hoped Trump would win, and then he wouldn't have to appoint this liberal judge that Obama had nominated. But the key is Obama did nominate a justice after Scalia died. He just didn't get approved. Merrick Garland. Here it is. Merrick Garland is the guy's name. On March 16th, President Barack Obama, a Democrat, nominated Garland to serve as Associate Justice on the Supreme Court to fill the vacancy created by death of Antonin Scalia. What the fuck, man? That's an Italian-ass name right there. But they didn't end up doing it. So his nomination lasted 293 days until Neil Gorsuch, I believe, got nominated. And I don't think Republicans are going to get this through, okay? Because I think too many Republicans are just not going to vote for it. I think too many Republicans are going to be like, look, we should wait until after the election. But if Trump wins the election, then whatever the judge is, he's getting in. Or sorry, she's getting it, because it's actually probably going to be a woman. I think Trump even said, even Trump is playing identity politics, and he said, we're going to put a woman in. But the lady, Amy Coney Barrett, I think is the lady who a lot of people think he's going to pick. Very conservative justice. I looked her up. She's pretty conservative, okay? 7 kids, Catholic. So if that happens, you basically have 6 conservative judges to your 3 liberal, quote-unquote, judges. That's going to be quite the swing. Are liberals going to come out for this election because of this? I don't know. It's going to be fun to see. I'm very, very interested. I don't know if they're going to do it, though, because now you even have Democrats being like, I think we might have to just have people vote in person because there's going to be too much issues with the mail-in voting, dude. What's funny to me, though, is how many Republicans are worried because they're like, oh, they're going to get all these young kids to vote by mail. I'm like, dude. Young people do not know how to use the U.S. Postal Service, okay? We barely know how to use fucking the post office or UPS or fucking any of that shit if we have to return something from Amazon. We normally just cut our losses or we try to resell it. That's what we do. We hustle. We grind, okay? We're out here in the fucking streets grinding, setting shit on fire, grinding. And you know, it's interesting to see these people threaten civil war over Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Ruth Gator, the Gator. Because here's the thing, man. I think they are already basically at that level. It didn't matter whether or not he nominates someone to replace RBG or if RBG hadn't even died, okay? I think the turnout's going to be the same. And I think the level of counter whatever the fuck measures by Antifa and shit when Trump wins. Because I think, here's the thing. We all know, we've heard the term red mirage, right? This is Trump's going to win on election day, but then the mail-in votes are going to come in. I think he is going to win on election day. I don't think it's going to be as huge as some people think, but I think he's going to win on election day. And I think there are going to be some states, Michigan being one of them, where they're going to count ballots a little bit later and later and later. For like a week, I think they're going to count them. But I think what's going to happen is Trump's going to win regardless of these mail-in states. So these mail-in states are going to be like, well, we're still counting, and he's already going to be at 270. And at that point, it's like, all right, let's riot, because people are going to go nuts. People are going to go so nuts. If you thought people went nuts in Philly when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, wait till San Francisco after Trump gets reelected, because that shit is going to be nuts. It's going to be wild, bro. It's going to be fun to watch on Twitch, bro. Dude, watching the Civil War on Twitch is some shit most people didn't think they were going to be able to do. Okay, like the last Civil War, they made some movies about it, and there's tales written of it, but this one is going to be live streamed on fucking Twitch, okay? You're going to have people in the corner commenting on the Civil War. It's going to be Proud Boys versus Antifa, and it's going to be literally a riot. It's going to be so much fun to watch. The ratings are going to be through the roof, okay? Ratings are going to be through the roof, all the way through the roof. There won't be a roof left, mostly because Antifa burned it down, and then the Proud Boys jumped in and started fucking streaming some random shit, and then Gavin McInnes showed up and fucking twirled everyone's mustache. I don't know what's going to happen, but long story short, it's going to be fucking live streamed, and it's going to be hype, all right? So if you're not excited for the Civil War, that's on you at this point. If you're not stoked on the fact that Civil War 2 is going to be the most highly rated shit on Twitch ever, that's your fault, dude. Don't get mad at me because I'm enjoying it. Because I'm watching this and I'm like, this is hilarious. Now, what's not hilarious is when violence actually takes lives, okay? Because again, I think the Civil War should probably be fought with Nerf guns, paintball guns, and squirt guns only, okay? No real weapons. Nobody dies, okay? Nobody really wins either, but at least nobody dies. Because there were, obviously, people who died. Recently, 2 cops didn't die, but were shot in Louisville after the Breonna Taylor verdict. I don't think it was a verdict even. I think it was just the attorney general decided not to charge. I don't think anybody got charged for the Breonna Taylor murder. And then one guy got charged for, I think, wanton endangerment because some of the bullets that officer fired went through the wall and into a neighboring apartment. So he was endangering those people. And I'll be honest, I don't know all the details on it. I didn't look them up, but I did listen to a lot of AM radio on the drive back from Oklahoma, and all of them were talking about the Breonna Taylor verdict. I don't even know, again, what to call it. I'm going to call it a verdict because that's the easiest thing to call it right now. And I think in Chicago and Louisville, they had big demonstrations following it. And in that, during those demonstrations in Louisville, I believe 2 officers were shot. So, again, Nerf guns, people. Bring Nerf guns. You can make your point with a Nerf gun. And I think even cops, the most they should have is paintball guns, okay? Because if you've ever been hit by a paintball, you're going to stop. You're going to be like, ow, that fucking hurt, okay? Like the deadly weapons, I don't know what point the cops should have. I mean, the cops should have weapons at some point, but I don't think that should be the starter kit. I think they should start with paintball guns. They should train with Nerf guns, then go to paintball guns on the street, okay, and masks. We should just have paintball going everywhere, all right? Because then everything's going to look beautiful, right? Because it's all going to be abstract art because there's paint everywhere. Abstract art, by the way, is some of the most annoying shit. I went to this place. It was actually really cool. It's a place called Factory Obscura in Oklahoma City, and it was this artist collective where they had a big interactive exhibit, and it was really cool. It was super cool. I wish I was on mushrooms when I was in there, honestly, but just didn't have them. Just didn't have them. There's a lot of times where you're like, man, this would have been a great time to be on some psychedelics, but you just don't have them on you. So what are you going to do? You just go high. That's what I did. This place, Factory Obscura in Oklahoma, was very, very cool. But sometimes the people who work in these types of art exhibits exude this snootiness. This little bit of snootiness that makes you not want to like the art, okay? And I loved the art, okay? And I don't know who the artists were. I just know the people working at the art collective, okay? I think if we had cooler people working at art museums, people might like art more. But the problem is the people who like or who work at art museums tend to suck. They tend to be pretentious and arrogant, not that helpful, and long-winded. And they can sometimes smell bad too, which isn't good. And I know I'm a little bit long-winded on this point, but my fucking point is get some cooler people to be working in these goddamn art museums because then people will fuck with art more. Okay? And I know it sounds like I'm saying Ardmore, Oklahoma. Shout out, by the way, Gushers Lounge. I want people to go to Gushers. Like, I swear to God, I hope somebody watches this podcast and goes like, dude, I need to go to fucking Oklahoma. I need to go to Ardmore, Oklahoma and go to fucking Gushers Lounge, dude. There was this dude there named Billy. Billy is the man. Okay, he's the fucking man. He walked in halfway through my set. Okay, he was wearing a Oklahoma City Thunder Steven Adams jersey that barely fit over his gut, and he was the shit. He was the funniest fucking dude. Okay, he was one of those fun hecklers where it's like everything he gave me as a heckler, I was able to turn into funny comedy that wasn't mean or anything like that. And he rolled with the punches. I called him fat. Sure, I called him fat. I also said he had a big dick and he probably fucks like a goddamn champion. Okay? Because he looked like he did. Billy doesn't fuck around. But he fucks. Okay? He fucks his wife. Because this is Oklahoma. Not saying people in Oklahoma don't cheat. I'm just saying Billy don't fucking cheat. Billy in Ardmore, Oklahoma fucks his wife. And it's probably pretty hot. I would pay to see it. I'll be honest. Billy, if you're watching this, I'll live stream. I will be your one OnlyFans member. Okay? And I will watch you two fuck. I'm down. Okay? I'm down. You guys seem cool. And Ardmore, Oklahoma was fucking cool. I keep saying it, but I think not enough people understand how cool shit outside of California and New York and Florida are. Okay? Tiger King wasn't in Florida. Everybody probably thought it was, because I thought it was. Joe Exotic sounds like Florida. Nope, fucking Oklahoma. Wynnewood. Ardmore, baby. And now apparently this woman, Carol Baskins, is on Dancing with the Stars. And everyone in Ardmore fucking hates this bitch. At least everyone at Gushers hated her. They're like, piss on her face. And I didn't because I didn't know who it was. And I haven't watched Tiger King. So I was like, if I'm going to piss on Nancy Pelosi or Chuck Schumer. Because I think that's funnier. To me, it was funnier. Okay? I'm sure to them, pissing on Carol Baskins is awesome. But to me, I didn't get it. So I didn't do it. I pissed on the people I understood why it would be funny. Good morning, Sunday morning. Nancy Pelosi's wild, dude. I don't know how old that lady is, but she is nuts. Nancy Pelosi. How old is Nancy Pelosi? Let's get her age here. Nancy Pelosi is 80 years old. Oh my God, she's fucking 80. She's 80. Nancy Pelosi is fucking 80 years old. She was born in 1940. She was born before Pearl Harbor, dude. Holy Christ. I don't even think the U.S. was in World War II at that point. She was... Oh my God, dude. Nancy Pelosi was born in fucking 1940. Are you kidding me? That's so old. People are talking about, can Joe Biden, does he have the mental wherewithal to fucking run for president? I'm like, wait a minute. Nancy Pelosi is fucking 80? It explains a lot, I'll be honest with you. She dresses like she's fucking 80. But those pantsuits, man. Those pantsuits, she was taking it, dude. When I was pissing on her face in Ardmore, Oklahoma, at that fucking in that toilet, she was taking it, dude. Like an 80-year-old bitch, dude. She was just taking it. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna pee on your face. Pissed all over her face, dude. That was one of those situations where I almost thought about shitting in a urinal just to be funny, but I didn't have to shit. I did eat Sonic right before the show, but it hadn't processed yet, so I wasn't ready to shit it out. But I would have totally shit on Nancy Pelosi's face at that bar. Had I known, I would have maybe eaten a little earlier so that I could line that up. Next time I go to Gushers, I'm going to definitely make sure I line up my food intake so I get a nice shit on Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, honestly. I'll shit on both of them. Oh my God. Nancy Pelosi. Okay. So just real quick, again, not the porn star of the podcast, just Nancy Pelosi, just some Nancy Pelosi shit right now, dude. She was born in Baltimore. She was the only girl and youngest of 7 children to, I'm going to fuck this name up, Annunziata Nancy, D'Alessandro ni Lombardi. That's her fucking name. That's her last name, and her dad was Thomas Alessandro. So she's an Alessandro. They were both had Italian roots. Her mother was born in South Italy. Her father can trace his lineage back to Venice. Okay. When she was born, her father was a Democratic congressman from Maryland, and he became mayor of Baltimore 7 years later. So her family was in charge of Baltimore since 1967. Her brother was, 1947 is when her dad was mayor of Baltimore. 1967 is when her brother was mayor of Baltimore. So the Pelosi's the D'Alessandros have been ran Baltimore basically for damn near 30 years, okay? So that's interesting to know. It sounds like they ran Baltimore into the ground. Her brother was mayor in 67. I think that's when they had riots in Baltimore. Interesting. He was only mayor for 2 years. So yeah, it doesn't sound like they liked him really. Fucking Thomas D'Alessandro III. Nancy Pelosi, man, what a lady. What a great woman, dude. She's pretty chill. She's chill. Chill enough to let me piss on her face, dude. That was fucking real chill, dude. Oh, Ardmore. That's the thing, man. You can have fun when you go to, like, these southern states. People aren't uptight. People got a little pissed at me in Texas, though. I told them I didn't know who ZZ Top was. I was doing a bit, first of all. But I said in the bit that I didn't know who ZZ Top was, and they booed me fucking hard. They were like, fuck you. I'm not saying they pulled guns on me, but they might have. Who knows? Dark bar in Texas. They might have pulled some fucking guns. Hard to say. Oh, man. And then I told them I was a Lions fan and they booed me. I was like, so there's 2 things you can't mess with in Texas. They say don't mess with Texas. It really means this. Don't mess with the Cowboys and don't mess with ZZ Top. Those are the 2 things not to mess with in Texas. Found that out the hard way. Messed with both of them. Still had a good show. And I also did I did a show at a dispensary in Oklahoma called Dr. Terps. Fucking cool ass dude. This dude, Dr. Terps. I failed to get his real name, but I got his name, Dr. Terps, man. The coolest fucking dude. Runs this dispensary in Oklahoma, telling me about medical school stories when he was in, I think he went to medical school in the Dominican Republic or something like that. Badass fucking dude, man. Fucking sweet. Shouts out to Dr. Terps. I got to headline a show there last Saturday in OKC, Midwest City, Oklahoma, actually. It was fucking awesome. It was awesome. And then, like I said, I did Gushers in Ardmore, Oklahoma. And then I would have left. I did the show at Gushers on Tuesday. I would have left to come back to Michigan on Wednesday, but I had to do a corporate Zoom comedy show. There's nothing worse. I mean, corporate gigs are cool, okay, because they do pay you pretty good. But Zoom shows are terrible. Comedy is not meant to be done. Stand-up comedy is not meant to be done through fucking Zoom or through WebEx. This is a WebEx one. I actually have to, after I'm done recording this, I have to jump on and do another one for the same company because they have 2 shows. They hired us to do 2 shows, myself and a few other comics. And my fucking shit. I was hosting this Zoom show, right? So I'm hosting this. That's the notification. 30 minutes. I got to do this Zoom show again. I was hosting the show 3 times during my shit. My fucking audio, it cut out. So 3 times. One time it was during my set. One time it was when I was bringing up the next comedian. And then the other time, luckily, wasn't when I was supposed to be talking. But I was just like so fucking pissed at technology at that point. I'm like, damn it! Why are you fucking me like this? Why? Why would you do this? It's fucked up, man. It's really fucked up. It really, really, really is fucked up. Okay? I don't know, man. But without further ado, because I do need to get this in before I got to go do my corporate show, I want to get to our porn star of the podcast. Now, this is a young lady who I've been meaning to have on here for quite a while. All right? I've been meaning to have her be one of the featured porn stars of the podcast for quite a minute. And it is Miss Sarah Banks. Hey, give it up for Sarah Banks. So I don't have a full bio. I'm going to have to rely on Pornhub once again for this bio. But that's okay. Sometimes that's what you got to do. I just don't like having Pornhub open during the podcast. I feel kind of dirty. I feel like I'm going to get a hard on and you're going to watch me with a hard on. God, she is sexy. But let's oh, come on. Give me the bio. Where's the bio at? Sarah Banks. Bio. Give me a bio, y'all. They don't have any bio on Sarah Banks, man. This is some bullshit, Pornhub. What are you doing to me? Okay. Well, okay. I will read you what they have on IMDb then. She was born April 23rd, 1997. Okay, 1997. She's 23. And she was born in Calabasas, California, USA. And that's all they have. They have 1 nomination on here for IMDb. She deserves more than that. She was a 2017 nominee for the AVN Fan Award for the most epic ass. I do think that's pretty important information. The most epic ass. That's insane. She's 5'2". It does tell you that. And it tells you that her star sign is Taurus. Just look her. Oh, here we go. No, that's a... I was like, oh, we got a Wikipedia. Nope, that's Sarah Sophia Banks, who lived 1744 to 1818, an English collector of antiquarian items. No, I'm talking about the chick who was born April 23rd, 1997, baby, with that ass. They really don't have any information on her, dude. Are you kidding me? They have her, here we go. Sarah Banks is a stunning ebony girl who started doing porn in 2016. This petite beauty has long brown hair, deep brown eyes, and a sweet smile. She entered porn at just 19 years old, so there are plenty of videos of her as a charming 18-plus teen. Everyone is an 18, okay, whatever. Moreover, she's super petite. They said that already. Standing 5 feet tall and weighing 105 pounds. Put that on the end of your dick and spin it. That's what it says. She had 32A tits, but recently enhanced them to double Ds. And she has a 25-inch waist with a beautiful 35-inch ass. So you're getting some real dimensions here. 35-inch ass, which is quite large for a chick of her stature. Within a few months of debuting, Sarah had tons of Twitter followers and still counting. She was also nominated for an AVN award within a year, which validates the promise of this amazingly talented woman. She's been rated a top female performer by many different sites. And if you follow her on Twitter or watch her videos here, you'll see why. This girl can actually twerk, unlike most white babes, it says, who just wag their asses in the air. Sarah is a genuine booty shaker who knows how to let it fly. Miss Banks resembles the singer Brandy, and we're hoping that some kind of R&B music parody is in order. But either way, we just want to see more of this amazing ebony chick as soon as possible. Clearly a fast rising star, Sarah Banks has already been in Pornhub's top 50. Again, she's 23, 32 double D, 23-inch waist, 36-inch ass, I guess. I don't know. Here it says 120 pounds, so the information is a little bit off. She's into guys and girls, it says. She's from, it says she lives in Atlanta, Georgia, but it said she was born in Calabasas, so there you go. She has 36 videos on Pornhub, racking up a total of 196 million views. That is some shit right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, the porn star of the podcast, it is Sarah Banks. Big shout outs. One of the things that it doesn't say here, on her ass, she has some tattoos. On one cheek, it says beautiful, and on the other one, it says blessed. And I think that's one of those inspirational messages that I appreciate the fact that she takes the time to get that tattooed on her ass because she knows that's a great marketing tool. It's a great way to get the message out there of, look, I'm blessed and I'm beautiful, and I know it. And you need to know that about yourself, too. And I'm glad that she does that. It's kind of like the live, laugh, love thing, but she tattooed it to her fat ass. And I am very big on that kind of messaging in porn because I think a lot of porn stars don't understand how important their tattoos are. Like, people are looking at their bodies all the time. So you can put a real message on your ass and it'll get out there. Okay, you don't need to post it on your social media. Sure, plenty of people will see it. But if you tattoo a message to your ass and you're a big-time porn star, that message will be heard round the world, okay? Loud and clear. And I just don't understand why more porn stars don't utilize that level of marketing. It's right there. Just tattoo it on your ass, okay? You know there's some little white girl out there who's going to tattoo Black Lives Matter to her ass and then do porn and be famous. She's going to only fuck black guys. She's out there. She's at a rally right now, but she's going to wise up real soon and be like, I can make more money and get the message out more if I do pornography. So, I'm just saying, it's coming. All right, it's coming. That's funny to me. I don't give a fuck what you think. I think that's fucking hilarious, man. I just got Pornhub open. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had porn open during the podcast. That shouldn't be unusual. I wasn't watching it. I was doing research, Mom. That's one of those interesting things, man, where it's just like, because on last week's podcast we were talking about, last week's open mic episodes, me and Justin were talking about what do you do when you get the phone call from your mom and you're jerking off? It's a tough decision. Every man has to go through that at some point in his life. And it's really, to me, I think it's important that you understand why is she calling. Because if it's something where you really need to go to it right away, you definitely need to answer that, okay? It doesn't matter how much you want to nut, you got to take care of your mom. And that sounds fucked up, I know it, but it's true, okay? It's really true. So that's just something to keep in mind for all the kids out there, watching this, who are like, what do I do when my mom calls and I got my dick in my hand? Well, you pick up the phone. You put your dick away and you pick up the phone. If she calls back again, maybe keep the dick in your hand and don't answer. If you're weird, maybe keep the dick in your hand and answer. I don't know what you're into. You're going to have to figure that out for yourself. But that's why there is the whole internet full of pornography, so you can really find what you're into, okay? I don't agree that you should be watching just the most normal basic shit. If you're into that, watch it. Totally watch it. But I think there's so much shit out there and not enough people really know what they're into. And dude, go explore, okay? I've run into shit that I'm not into. I've accidentally stumbled onto some gay shit. Didn't know what it was supposed to be. The thumbnail lied, okay? And sometimes the thumbnail's gonna lie. Sometimes that happens. I thought I was just watching a threesome where two dudes bang one chick, but apparently halfway through, not even halfway, 3 minutes into this porno, the one dude starts sucking the other dude's dick. And I was just like, this is not what I signed up for, and I think I gotta exit out. But you know, you got your dick in your hand, you got a bunch of lotion going already, and you're like, fuck, man, okay. And now you got lotion on your computer, all right? Maybe you were even at the point of finishing at that point, and now you finished to that image. Not saying I did. I'm just saying, if that were to happen, it'd be awful, okay? It would be truly awful. But I think that's part of the exploration process. So go explore. Go out there, find what you want to find, okay? It's out there. Whatever it is, it's out there. Every end of the spectrum, okay? And, you know, people have been talking about the show Love on the Spectrum. I haven't checked it out yet. About autistic people. I want to see a show called Hate on the Spectrum. And I just want to see autistic people who are mad at other autistic people. Like mad autism beef. Because I think that would be a hit. Okay? Fuck all this dating shit. I want real drama. I want two autistic people who hate each other's fucking guts because one of them moved something out of place and the other one thought it was in place that way, and then the other person moves it back, and then there's the beef about how to have something organized because they're autistic. I want to see Hate on the Spectrum. Give me that show, Netflix. That's what I want to watch. I want to watch Hate on the fucking Spectrum, bro. I think that would be awesome. I would watch that. Love on the Spectrum? If it's between that and Cuties, maybe I'd pick Love on the Spectrum, sure. But if it's between that and Jurassic Park, I'm going with Jurassic Park. Sorry. I've seen it. I'm still going to watch it again over watching something new called Love on the Spectrum. When I just want Hate on the Spectrum. Give me that, please. That's all I want to see. Make it happen, Netflix. That's what I'm fucking saying, okay? Make it fucking happen. Well, I'm going to have to wrap it up there, ladies and gentlemen. Got to get to this corporate show. But thank you so much for checking out this week's episode of Markus Olind Loves PC. Markus Olind Loves Supporting Capitalism. Check me out. Check out the Open Mics podcast. And just have a good time out there, guys. Peace.